we will all be learning together as we will have a very interesting topic. But before that, I would just like to remind everyone, especially for those who haven't registered yet, that today is our last for the clearance sale. So actually all the courses of FBA are on sale. So please grab the chance. There's still about 4 hours left, because by next month we will all be increasing our prices. So for those who would like to join my first batch for the social media course, feel free to send me a message. Okay, there's still time for you to be in. I will be starting very soon. And for those students for batch 1, I hope you are tuned in also. Feel free to check your freelancing emails every now and then. I will be giving updates. Okay. And yes, I would love to know where you are right now. If you are in Cebu, if you are in another place in the Philippines, or even outside of the Philippines, feel free to send your highs and hellos so I can acknowledge you accordingly. Okay. All right. And so for our first online, what do you call this, interview, the reason why we have this topic is because a lot of research said that within 2020, within last year, about 92% of marketers said that when they went live, there was a positive reviews on their brands. And also, which was very important, it's the positive turnout of their sales. And a lot of brands right now don't really have that personal identity, don't really have that person whom they can associate it with. Where studies also show that a lot of consumers trust a brand where they can see a person that is associated with it. And videos will have a big impact to marketing for this year and the years to come. So this is very good for business owners. And I will be interviewing tonight my first guest, and I'm so excited. She's a very dear friend of mine. She is a former ABS-CBN, she is a former talent of ABS-CBN Central Visayas, and she is also a corporate and social events host who is also now hosting a lot of online events. She is also a YouTube blogger, and at the same time, she is a brand ambassador. Please help me welcome with a resounding applause, Christine Fernandez-Fabian. Hello,
Hi, Rish.
Hello,
Hi.
Christine.
Hey. Hey, everyone. I'm Christine Fernandez-Fabian. Hi, Rish. Thank you for that very warm welcome. It
And I'm
just
so
feels like,
happy.
yes, the way you were introducing me, you really know me. We're really friends.
Something
I
like
was
that,
like, why
right?
do you, because yeah, a few days ago you were asking me of my sort of my credentials, and I was like,
Yes.
was it a few days ago or a couple of hours ago? Yeah.
Well,
And
this is short
it's
notice.
so
I know.
funny.
So
Yeah, it's so funny because I was like, we have been friends for more than a decade, for like 11 years, and does she really need to ask me about this one? But anyway, yeah, I still complied with your with what you asked from
thank
me.
you.
Hey, by the way,
Yes.
congratulations for doing this one. You make
Oh,
all
thank
of
you
us
so
very
much.
proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
so
Thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank you so much. And I'm so
Yeah.
happy that you joined me for my first ever Facebook Live. I actually really need this topic. I need to learn from you as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yes,
hope I can give justice to. I hope I can help you
you
with
will.
our topic tonight. I hope so.
Definitely you will. And also,
Thank
there
you.
are people who will be, what do you call this, who are joining us. They are from different parts of the Philippines and hopefully also outside of the Philippines. So, again, feel free to send in your highs and hellos so I can, what do you call this, acknowledge you accordingly. Okay,
Wow.
so let's
Accordingly.
get started already. So my first, although I know this already, but for the benefit of everyone, I would like,
Yes.
I would like to ask again. How did you
Mm-hmm.
get into hosting, by the way?
Yeah. Well, just a quick background before the real story of how I got in ABS, because that's where
Yes.
my quote unquote hosting career was really launched. Back when I was still in high school, I used to host events in school like Linggo ng Wika,
Mm-hmm,
Nutrition
mm-hmm,
Month, things like that. But
mm-hmm.
that was a
Yeah.
very different type of hosting because you know I'm sure probably you've experienced that, or some of your classmates who are hosting events in school. So it's you have this script that you follow and then you just read and that's it. But it's a very different experience when it's already on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, how did I start my hosting career?
Yes.
Well, it started really when I was invited by ABS-CBN Cebu to
Mm-hmm.
judge one of their segment contests. In back then it was Sabado na Gyud, Niga Good. So
Mm-hmm.
that was
Okay.
2003. Yes, that was. Hello, who's that? Someone's talking. Is that your volume, Rish? You need to. You need to put your phone on a silent mode.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you need to. Because there's a delay. Okay.
Oh,
You
okay,
need to
okay.
put
All right.
on a silent mode. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. Hold on. I think it's okay. Hold on.
Yeah. Because we tend to be distracted.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Apologies. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. Just don't mind what's happening on Facebook, or don't you I mean you can check on Facebook, but you siguro let's not
Mhm.
turn the volume on.
Okay, hold on.
Because we tend to be distracted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are distracted. I am sorry for that.
Yeah. Just don't mind what's happening on Facebook.
Okay. All
There.
right. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so as I was saying, that was the year 2003,
Mm-hmm.
when the staff invited me to judge one of their segment contests. But prior to that, I already guested in their program to promote our musical play. So after that musical play, then I was invited for a couple of guestings just to sing, but never as a host. So that
Mm.
time I was a judge. Now during the announcement of the winners, Rish, one of the hosts asked me a
Mm-hmm.
question, and then
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
replied and cracked a joke. And you know what? They didn't see it coming. It was very spontaneous
Mm-hmm.
and it was very candid, I think, because after that one,
Mm-hmm.
they all laughed. After I cracked that joke, they all laughed, and yeah, after that one, they asked me off cam. They already asked me if I could try it out as one of their guest hosts, something for their next episode. So I said sure, why not? I was
Mm-hmm.
so game. I was willing to try everything at that time. I was only what, 17, 16, 17. So
Very
yeah, a
young.
lot of things, very
Mm-hmm.
young. A lot of things happened that I almost didn't. After the invitation, a lot of things happened that I almost didn't make it to the first episode. Actually, I didn't make it to that exact date we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go home to Butuan and this and that. And so finally, we were able to move that first guesting to a final, to a different date and to a different schedule. And yun, since then, from being a guest host for almost 2 months, uh, on my birthday week, so I had this own prod number.
Mm-hmm.
I sang and I danced, and after that one, on my birthday episode, they officially welcomed me as an official host of Sabado de Gyud, and the rest was history.
I see. Okay, so you started really
Yes,
young in terms of hosting, and
true.
you call this also uh, you started when you were elementary and on to your college years.
Yeah, but those days back in elementary and high school, it wasn't really a serious hosting because they just they just basically get any representative from each class. That's it. But it wasn't like every year it's happening every year. No, not at all. I wasn't like a known host back in
Mhm,
high school or in elementary. It's just one of those who can probably talk. Okay, this year we're gonna
mhm,
have Christine. Next year we're gonna have whoever. It was really in college, and in fact, even in school in Cebu Doctors, I was not even hosting. I never hosted an event in school. Not
mhm.
ever, to be
Oh,
honest. Yeah.
all
Yeah,
right.
not
So,
ever. Yeah.
so since you said that you didn't host when you were in college, but you did that when you were a little child, how did you learn? How did you get the confidence, especially when you started out with ABS-CBN? Because I'm sure you did not have any formal training then.
True. It's so funny because so the offer was there,
Yeah.
right? One of the producers said, "Can you try hosting?" So I
Mhm,
said, "You know what? To so I said, "Yeah, sure." But you know what? Um, to be honest, I don't know really if I can do the job. I don't know if I can really
mhm,
host. But
mhm.
all I know is I'm very tabian. So in Tagalog, madaldal. In English,
Yes,
talkative. I'm
I
I'm
agree.
yeah, I'm really for sure you do, right?
As a friend, I
So
know.
I talk a lot. I talk so much. Like it's very natural to me. Put me anywhere, bring me anywhere, and bring someone inside the room. In less than 10 minutes, we're best friends already. Just like that, feeling close already. I mean, talking for me is very natural. I don't know why, but it's just, yeah, it's just really
Well,
natural. So that's what I told them. That's my only weapon. I don't know if I can host, but definitely I'm a very talkative person. So if that will help, well, good. If not, then yeah, I won't be back in the next week or so.
but as
So
they say,
yeah,
the rest is history, right? Because you've
yeah,
come
the
a
rest
long
is
way,
history.
yeah, from
Yeah.
ABS-CBN, and you've been also hosting a lot of corporate and social events. So this time,
Yes.
it's already in a live audience.
Mm.
So how is it?
Yes.
Because I'm sure it's really different when it is on TV because it's all recorded, but this one, it's already live. They're just right in front of you.
You're saying the comparison between TV and doing an online hosting, or is it the
Yes.
live audience, like on stage with live audience watching you?
Yes. Like how did you prepare for going live already where there's just the audience right in front of you? How is it? How was the experience and how did you get that confidence as well?
Oh, okay. To prepare for a live audience, well, I started again inside the studio until I was given an opportunity to host events with bigger crowds, like say from 50 50 people to 100. Then it became 300 until eventually. I think one of the biggest events I have hosted in my lifetime was the Air Asia event.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I already forgot. That was back in 2019. I already forgot. No, no. Probably AirAsia was one of the biggest, and oh, also
Mm-hmm.
the Kapamilya events every Sinulog.
Mm,
The
oh.
Kapamilya Caravan. Every
Mhm,
sinulog, there's like 300,000 people. Yeah. So, to prepare for a live event, the word itself is prepare. You really need to be ready,
mhm,
especially for the unexpected events. Um,
mhm,
when I say you have to prepare and you have to be ready, not just the makeup or not just your clothes, but mentally, you have to be mentally ready. Like before personally, before I go to a live event, I make sure that I am familiar with the flow already. I don't care if there's a script or no script. I just need to be familiar with the flow. Like
mhm,
if they give me like just bulleted points of how the whole show would go, the flow of the entire program, I'm good with that. For as long as I know how the whole show will go, that's enough for me. And if there are really segments that are sponsored as long as I know the taglines, the words I need to avoid, the phrases I need to avoid, the colors I need to avoid, things like that.
mm,
In other words, Rish, you just really have to be ready, know the flow, and that's it. If there's a script, good. But I think it's more important that what you will be saying will really come from your heart.
mhm.
Isa puso mo. It really has to come from your heart, so that
Okay,
it will come out very natural when
natural.
you're on stage already. And
I
it applies even when you're hosting an online event. You just
yes.
have to know the flow, and it should come from the heart so that you will look pleasant, whether you're on stage or they're watching you via their laptop or their gadget.
Okay. So was now that there are not so much events where it was how
Mm-hmm.
it was before, right? Where there were about 1,000 people
Mm-hmm.
right there in front of you. You are now hosting
Mm-hmm.
online. Is
It
there
is,
a
yes.
difference or it's easier?
I don't want to say it's easier, but I guess if there's one big difference between hosting a live event where I am on stage, and then an event, a web or an online event, I guess it's really the energy I get from the people. Because I don't know with other hosts, Rish, but as for me, I really get my energy, my vibe
Mm-hmm.
from my live audience. That's why it's
Mm-hmm.
important to me. That's why opening a program is very important to me, and how I open it, because
Mm-hmm.
that for me that sets the mood for the entire event. That's
Mm-hmm.
why in some of the workshops I've attended about hosting, it's really important that you give your best energy the first time you open your mouth,
Okay. Well, that's
because
a
that
very good
sets
note.
yeah, because that sets the mood for the entire event, whether it's online or on stage. Give your best on your first line, your
Mhm.
first greeting, and the rest will follow. The rest will follow, believe me. That's why, yeah, whenever I prepare for a live event, or even online, I make sure I know what I am saying. I already have like na hype up nako, so that people will also be happy and also will be energized watching you. Yeah,
Okay. I like what you said, especially for the benefit of those that are watching, because this is a learning interview, online interview.
mm-hmm.
So one of the best ways to go, have that confidence going live online is to really prepare.
For sure.
Right now, how about, because you are a business owner, and
Yes.
you have also put your business online. Now, are there times that you haven't prepared, like, to go online because there's something that you need to promote at this particular hour or this particular moment?
Was there a time that I was not
Was there
ready to
a
go
time that
online?
yes, yes.
You know what, Rish? I think it's really all about time management. There really is a time for everything. And being online, it's not like it happens unannounced where in 5 minutes we're going online. No, especially right now, the online events are really planned. It's
Yes,
scheduled.
that's right. Yeah.
So uh, I don't think it's a good excuse. I don't see it as a valid excuse to say that you came unprepared for an online event, because
Mhm.
since it is scheduled, and you said yes to doing it. Of
Mhm.
course, if you are, whether you're a host or a guest, because you said yes, you need to be committed also to prepare for that. And
Right.
you just really show up and be ready.
And
So
bring your
yeah,
energy.
bring your A game.
Yes, exactly. Now, how do you, what do you call this, send, especially if you are online and you don't have a
Mm-hmm.
script?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say, there's just little knowledge that you have, although this may not really happen, because I know that when they approach you, they really tell you this, and you ask a lot of things. But let's say that just at a given moment, there's not much information thrown at you, given to you, that somehow diminishes the confidence to go online. What could be your, tip, especially that you have been in the business of hosting for quite a long time?
Sorry, your question is.
If ever that you are like, what do you call this? Someone will just, uh, there's like a brand, for example, or your business,
Uh-huh.
for example, and you have a product in particular, and at the
Uh-huh.
same time you need to, let's say it's an Instagram story is live at that particular moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
So
then.
how do you, what do you call this, um, you're not so confident yet about about the product, for example. Let's say that this is not your product, but someone will just tell you, this and this. uh, how do you get that confidence to go live, for example, at that particular moment?
Okay. Okay. See, I'll just put myself in a situation where because a while ago you're mentioning, what if you don't know really the person you're talking to, right?
Yes, yes, that can
Yes.
happen. Mhm.
Yeah, that can happen. Number one, whether you are hosting for a brand or up there to interview someone, although this one, to be honest, this one rare, I hope it won't happen to anyone. And I think if they're really serious with doing their thing online, number one is they really have to be ready. But should this happen, personally, as a host, I think it is your responsibility to, number one, research about your brand, the brand that you're hosting. I've
Mhm.
hosted some events wherein uh, there were some lacking information from the brand itself, either negligence from the side of the event organizer or whatsoever. But as a host, if you're taking that job seriously, you need to do that part as well, wherein you have to research about the brand. Number two, if you're really not second, if you're really not um, if you're really not familiar with the
Mhm.
brand,
Mhm.
you also need to understand the whole reason, the whole purpose why you are there,
Okay.
right?
Right,
If you
exactly.
really do not, because if you really do not know so much about the brand, and you don't know so much about this person you're talking to, but you know the entire purpose why you are there, you know what they're asking from you, you know what they want you to deliver from this live program, whether it's online or a live event, then you will know the questions you need to ask. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's where hosting from the heart comes from. Because if you know the real purpose why you are there, why you were asked to host the event, if you know the purpose of the event, then you
Mhm.
will really know your questions.
Okay. Nice inputs that you shared to us. Let me just greet some of our viewers tonight. So, Dottie Nasilia said hello, Doc Christine. And
Hi.
so, yeah, we have Lady, and I think she's from Cebu. Hello, thank you for watching. And also, of course, our very good friends. Thank you for the support.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Karen.
Happy, who's in Manila right now. Yeah, she's watching. So hello there, Karen. And of course, your beloved husband. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
There in the corner.
Hi, husband.
Okay, all
Yes.
right. So moving on to another question. So, okay, what are your tips, especially for those people who would like to go live online, but they're not really used to this, like me, for example? What are your tips?
Um, just two things, Rish. Number
Mhm.
one, um, be prepared, be ready. When I say be ready, uh, you have, if that means uh, you have to practice like 10 times a day,
Mhm.
15 times a day, or say you need to do a tech run 10 days 10 days prior to your event every day. If that means you have to do it every day until you feel confident that you're really ready, then go practice. Because whatever it is that you will learn from practice, that is your gain already, and no one can take that away from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
always practice, always practice. um I don't want to name any athlete, but I know I heard this story. Was it Shaquille O'Neal or was it Michael Jordan, where I think they kind of suck at doing free throws, but then they had off practice on their own. They had to keep on practicing free throws
Yeah.
until they became excellent at doing free throws. So, um, for me, I mean, what's the reason na we won't practice, diba? So just be ready. If you want to be ready, then practice. If you feel like, if it's only pride, because let's say you're like, oh, because I'm like this, I'm already Irish, or I've been doing this for, even I Rish, I have been hosting since 2003. So let's do the math. How long have I been hosting?
That's
18
almost 20
years.
years.
Yeah. Yes, 18 years. But Rish, up until now, I still practice. I still familiarize my script, especially if they give me the script earlier on. The moment they email it to me, I may not reply, but I make sure I read it. If I have questions, I reply to them. But the moment I see the script, I familiarize the flow already. Because anything can happen on stage. What if
Exactly.
all of a sudden, what if all of a sudden, say online event, what if something happened, like the technical thing, there's some technical glitches and all that, and you're required to just really talk and talk and talk until it's been fixed, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to really be ready. There's no excuse, just really have to practice. And second, because a while ago I said just two things, as a tip. Number one, be ready, be prepared. Don't be afraid to practice, don't hesitate to practice. I suggest you practice. Second is be yourself and enjoy the experience. Just I think if the greatest gift that you can give to yourself when you are hosting already is to showcase the real you. Just be you, enjoy being you, whether they like it or not, whether they're gonna bash you or not. Who cares? That's you. It's your program, it's your event anyway. Of course, if it's a live event, even if it's a sponsored event, then you really need to be aligned with the sponsors values, right? Or the sponsors demand. But if
Yes.
it's your own segment already, don't hesitate to be you. Just be yourself and enjoy that moment.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay, yeah. Which brings me also actually to why we really had this, why we really have rather this first topic, because
Mm.
I don't know if I clearly mention it before I started interviewing you, is that there is a study that short live videos will have more engagements this
Mm.
year. Actually, it started last year, especially that everyone was just online. You know, we were all
Mm-hmm.
probably locked in our houses for how many months, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, we may be starting to go back to how it is normally, although it is still not normal as to how it was before. But this will continue, right? I think, especially you, that you're a business owner and you are in social media, right? Both of your businesses are in social media, which I also noticed that you have been going live also with your clinic at the same time with your salon, which, yes. And just, just to share, Christine, I started to upload a video in my page, and just in comparison with all the other posts, just a simple photo or just, you know, just like this quote, for example, video really had more engagement, it had more reach,
Mm-hmm.
and it had more responses from people, like what you said, regardless of if it's a bash, or you know, it's something negative probably. The thing is, they saw it, and that's somehow a positive
Caught
thing.
their attention.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes. Okay. So I think now, what do you call this? For those people who would like to ask Christine some questions, by the way, feel free to, what do you call this? We'll be entertaining about one, two questions. You may have a question for her about confidence, especially. Okay, this one,
You want me
Christine.
to ask you questions now?
Not me, it should be you.
You want me to you want us to switch places now?
No, don't grill me. I'm happy in my position.
Because I
All
can.
right.
I think yeah. I would
I know.
I
I'm
would
sure
gladly switch.
you have a
You're
lot
just
of
kidding,
things
Rish.
there
I'm
in
just
your
really
head. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah. While I'm waiting for
Let's
some,
encourage
yeah, for some
let's
who will
encourage them
to ask
to have
questions. Yeah.
to shoot questions. Yes.
Exactly. So please feel free and kindly tell us also where you are right now. If you are in Cebu, in Manila. Okay. So yeah, my mom is watching also. Hello, Imelda
Hi,
Miracle.
Tita.
Yes. Okay. And what do you call this? Um, while we are waiting for some questions, you might want to please, you might want to invite them to any event you have, or you know.
Well, most of my online events right now are really for private groups, so
Okay, all right,
I
I
really
see.
can't openly invite. But then I'm just gonna invite them to like uh to like and follow our Facebook page for if they're looking for good quality eyeglasses, if they're in need of an eye checkup, we have wonderful love promos for the love month
Oh,
for Celebrity Optical. So just go to our Facebook page, just like and follow the page, and also on Instagram, just follow us on Instagram. And who knows, you can be one of the winners of the free eyeglasses. And
oh,
we will also be having a promos free set of contact lenses for the love month for Celebrity Optical. And And also you can go to Best Value Opticals Facebook page and Instagram for another set of good promos for eye care, especially eyewear, especially to those who are from Mactan in Lapu-Lapu City, where Best Value Optical is located at the moment. And we still do deliver orders for contact lenses and prescriptions. So just message us. And for appointments, consultation, just message us on Facebook. That's Best Value Optical and of course Celebrity Optical. And for your hair needs, if you want to be pampered, like Irish,
Mhm.
for your hair color needs, rebond,
I'm
whatever, nails, and even for the
just done.
barber needs. Yeah, right. You can check us out on His and Her Bar Salon. We're on Facebook and we're also on Instagram. And my personal Instagram account, that's at Christine Fernandez. And you can also check out my vlogs on YouTube. That's Christine Fernandez Fabian.
Yes, so feel free to follow her social media accounts and also her
Yes.
social media accounts. So, oh, by the way, for the giveaway, will they just go to your both your Facebook and Instagram pages? All the instructions are there,
Yeah,
I
they
believe.
yes. They just have to go to Celebrity Opticals Facebook page or Instagram for the mechanics.
Okay, all right. So here's a question. All right.
Okay.
So, have you had moments when you blacked out for a bit, and what did you do?
No,
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest, no. Because
Uh-huh.
as I've
Good for
said,
you. Okay.
I always come prepared. Um, I would never allow myself. Uh, I think that has a lot to do with work ethics, Rish. I would
Mm-hmm.
never allow myself to go on stage or even go live in an online event not ready, unprepared. I think that would be the biggest mistake I could ever do, not just to the event organizer, but to myself as well. Like, why would I submit? Why would I allow myself to be put in that situation when in fact there's something I can do about it. I am in control. So if there's one what do you call that? If there's one way uh to prevent that one from happening, it's really going up on stage ready.
All right. So
So yeah,
the
sorry,
premise of
I
everything, going live with confidence, is really to prepare.
to
And
prepare, be ready, practice if you must.
yeah. Speaking of practice, do you go, what do you call this? Go in front of a mirror and then talk, or do you record yourself? What do you do specifically?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Rish. I've heard and I've known stories from co-hosts that they practice that way. I
Mm-hmm,
think I do mine differently. Like
mm-hmm,
I don't face the mirror first. There will be times where yeah, I would face in front of the look at myself in the mirror and yeah, but not so much. It's more on how I deliver it. So I read the script first. I familiarize the flow. I take the whole line by heart. I try to understand the whole line, all my lines by heart, and then I try to deliver it. Sometimes or most of the time, I edit the script. Like if the script was made by someone else, I
mm-hmm.
ask permission if I can like rephrase or change some words where I'm more comfortable. You know,
Yes.
so like so that it will sound very me. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, after I do it and then I familiarize it, and then sometimes I have this note. This is my brush, but I have this note, and I would read it and then like mark something here, like pause, and then do this and then emphasize on this word and things like that. I sometimes do that, but um sometimes I just really read it, take it like try to understand the line by heart, and then it when I'm on stage already, it will just flow naturally, I think.
Mm. How about what do you call this? There's another question.
I By the way, sorry, because
Yes.
other people, they would look at they would look at themselves at the mirror because they want to know how they would look like delivering the line.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
naman, I don't care how I would look like on TV or on stage. I don't care if I look pangit or something. I really don't care. For as long as I get to deliver it, who
Really?
cares? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that's
Like, no
really
keme. I
one
don't
good
care if I
thing.
look good or not.
Because, you know, I mean, let's face it, we are all conscious how we look, especially that
Yeah.
we're, you know, online. A lot of people can see us, but, you know, you are already physically blessed. You,
Thank you.
so
Thank
that's
you.
really one of the, what do you call this? How about, okay, this one. Um, why did I forget my question? It was it was inside my
Sorry. Sorry,
head.
I interrupted you.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Oh, Sherry Ibanez is watching. So she is, I
Hi,
think,
Ate Sherry.
somewhere in Mindanao. Hi to share. All right. So how about what do you call this? Um, hmm. All right. So just to recap what you said, very important is to prepare and at the same time know the background or the flow of the brand that is, you know, getting your services. And just for my last question, I think will be if there are no other questions that others will be throwing in. Okay, why do you think that it is it is um I forgot there was a question in my head earlier while you were while you were talking. Okay, I should have written it down, but okay, all right, this one. Do you have hacks or go-to script to go back to your sequence?
No.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, I'm no, no.
What to say with
Do
the no?
you have hacks? Yeah, do I have hacks? Okay. Maybe I'm not sure this is a hack,
Mhm.
but there are times where not there there a lot of times I've experienced a lot of times where I'm being asked by the director to really stretch, like really stretch, because the either the band is not ready, or case in point,
Fine, fine.
AirAsia, the
Fine.
AirAsia event. Yeah.
I was
This is
there.
it was Yes, you were there. This was I was asked by direct Mark Massa to really stretch and extend, because the goal for the finale was for that synchronized fireworks display to happen in Ayala and in the Air Asia event, right?
Okay,
So it
okay.
it has to be a synchronized boom 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 like that. So one of the stations weren't ready. I don't know if it was us in the events area or in Ayala, but yeah, one was not ready. That's why I was asked to really stretch and stretch and stretch. And Rish, with
Mhm.
the script, like we started the event with so many papers, and we were left with just one paper. I was just holding one piece of paper that time.
Yeah.
So all the added information I could have possibly like shared for the live audience, it's no longer in my hand. I threw it away thinking that I won't be needing them anymore. But
Oh,
good thing, Rish, good thing I was very um that's where coming in ready and prepared, um that
it-
siya useful, because you know what, even if it was not in my hand anymore, because
mhm.
I knew I was too familiar, because I kept on practicing
Then,
the mechanics of their promos, how to win this, how to win their trip to Boracay, how to win this and that, la la la, and even the mechanics on how to text, all of those, Rish, because I was ready. I was able to stretch it out. Imagine, Rish, 25 minutes late. You're
Oh,
given 25 minutes to stretch the whole thing. What are you gonna say? So,
and I,
that's, I think that's the hack that I can probably share. Again, we'll go back to being ready.
yeah,
uh
sure.
if you have no script anymore, then, if it's a live event, go back to whatever promos they're trying to pitch in, they're trying to promote. Go back to that. Say it again and again and again, and the sponsor of the event would also love that one because it will be mentioned over and over
Over and
again.
over again
And
in
at
a
the same
repetition.
time, yeah, yes, and then at the same time, don't also forget, another hack will be the live audience. Don't forget to engage with them when you've got nothing on your script anymore and you're being asked to stretch. Engage with them. So now, you know what I did at that time? Thankfully, there were a lot of people behind me.
Mhm.
Thankfully, the CEO and the big bosses and the company of AirAsia, they were behind me. So you know what I did?
Mhm.
Impromptu interview.
Oh,
Impromptu interview. Yeah,
okay.
I didn't have any questions in my script anymore because it was
Yeah, you
really
threw it.
for an outro. It's an extra already, but
Mhm.
lakas loob, confident ang girl. I went straight to them. Cap, because back then the CEO was Captain Dexter. Cap,
Mhm.
what can you say? Blah blah. And say, go again. I went back to the whole reason, to the real reason, the real purpose why we were doing that event, right? That's why I went to the CEO and to Miss, what's her name? Maan something. Sorry.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
So yeah, I threw back that question to them. Yeah, like, what
Okay.
can you say about your first red hot sinulog, with how the entire event turned out? Are we gonna be expecting another like this for 2020? Things like that. Things like that. And you know what? We pulled it off. We made it. I reached the 25-minute stretch and made it to the fireworks with
Fireworks.
a boom, with a bang. Yeah. Wow.
I can,
Just reliving that moment is just wow.
and it's kind of sad, right, that we were not able to have the Sinulog this year, although it's for the best. It's for everyone's
Of
safety.
course.
It's also, yeah,
Yeah, I would rather not have any party rish for this year.
exactly. True, true. We are still in the pandemic. Anyway, yes, Miss Air Asia said, Maan on Hontiveros. So hello, ma'am.
Yes, I got it, Miss Maan. Hi,
And also,
Kathy.
he said you really did well with Air Asia event. And there's another question here. I think this will be the last question already. Have you hosted an event that you were not in the mood for, or hosted an event that you were under the weather, you weren't feeling okay?
Yeah, not really an event, for not really a corporate event, but we were doing a live episode for Sabado na Game Na at that time. So it
Oh,
was
your
live on TV
variety
Rish.
show, right?
Yes,
Back then.
yeah, variety show. It was live, and I was having measles.
Okay.
Measles.
And you
And it
still
was a live event. It was an outdoor event, and I thought I was just gonna be okay because I woke up feeling I knew I had a fever already at that time. Back then, when fever wasn't such a big thing like right now. Because back then,
yes.
when if you're just gonna have fever, then you just take paracetamol, you'll be fine. But right now, when you have fever, you have to stay at home, isolate yourself.
Quarantine,
But
yes.
back then,
Isolate
yes,
yourself.
back then, I had fever. I didn't know I was having measles until after a few hours, some butlig came out of my skin. Yeah, I was really sick already, but since I was there, I told myself, yeah, I have to do this. I have to do this because this is my work. And yeah.
The show must go
Oh,
on.
the show must go on. I wasn't feeling so well, but when you're on stage and you just get the adrenaline from you don't know where, then boom, it there's that adrenaline already, you have that energy, but after we ended the show, I was really like that. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So that's where your professionalism really shows because even if you weren't really feeling well, you still, if this
I
is
showed
work,
up.
you need to do it. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Because
showed
it
up.
would be too easy to say, okay, bye. And. All right. So I think that's about it for us. Thank you so much, Christine, for joining me. And I
You're
apologize for the
welcome.
earlier. So yes, just to recap again for those who probably just tune in or something. So again, very very important from the words of our experienced host here. It's very important to research, prepare yourself, and just be yourself to have that confidence when you go live online. So
Yes.
thank you, Christine, and thank you everyone for
You're
joining.
welcome, Rish.
Yes. So just allow me to say this for the last time again. Our courses in the Filipino Virtual Assistants Academy, they're still on sale until today. But because we will be updating all our courses already by